Good evening. Call this meeting to order. This is the City of Harvey Council meeting for Monday, April 14th, 2025. It is 7:05 p.m. With all of the council members who are present, please mark yourself present as well. We do have the quorum. Next item on the agenda is invocation and pledge of allegiance. Deacon Rogers, be so kind.
Good evening, everyone. When we bow our heads in prayer, gracious Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for your Holy Spirit, Lord, that ushered into this City Hall, City Council chambers. Lord Jesus, we thank you for your sacrifice that you died and rose so that we can be saved. We thank you for Palm Sunday. We thank you for the up and coming Easter Sunday. It's not about Easter egg hunts and bunny rabbits. It's about the sacrifice that you gave on behalf of humanity. Lord, we're asking you to usher your spirit here this evening so that we can take care of the business of the City of Harvey. We're in the solution-fixing business, and we want to take care of all our problems here for the residents of this great city. We thank you for, Lord, each and every individual here that's under the sound of my voice, each and every resident, council member, fireman, police officer, city worker, administrators, mayors, and everybody that's here. We thank you, Lord, and we're here to take care of your business. We ask it all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next on the agenda, presentations for a fire department swearing in ceremony. Chief, would you be so kind? Chief Fisher.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight, we have Chief Freeman that's going to be sworn in as a lieutenant. Mr. Freeman, you want to? Yeah, we're in the process. We're getting a call coming in right now.
Oh.
Lieutenant Freeman needs to warrant call.
You know what? Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Depending on how long we take, we may be able to get him back in, depending on how long he's out. If not, then we will do the presentation again. But you know what? We're perfect timing because it goes to show for those who are here and those who eventually will watch this, that our fire department is the best fire department, you know, and so we really love our guys. So that being the case, our next item on the agenda is automatic reports. We will start with the second ward.
Greetings, Second Ward residents and City of Harvey. First, congratulations to Lieutenant Freeman. I understand he had to make a call, but that is a salute to his duty here in the City of Harvey and ensuring that our residents are safe. Several residents this week reached out regarding the train sitting on the tracks for over 30 minutes. And if I could just ask if we could take a further look into who the proper agencies we need to reach out to identify a long-term solution. On March 14th, I emailed Junior Clark and Mr. Septic regarding the Pool Tingles family concern at 153rd and Myrtle. That is RAC 2025-00046. Their yard remains filled with debris from the city-owned property next door. And as they prepare to move due to the retention pond project, I'm hopeful that this matter receives immediate attention out of respect for their years in this community. Next, we received from Illinois Comptroller Susan Mendoza's office regarding a forced audit for 2022. According to the audit engagement letter, we spent about $100,000 with John Kaspersky accounting firm to complete it. And I would just like to ask, what can we do or what steps can be taken to ensure that the audits for 2023 and 2024 are completed in a punctual manner, as these are dollars that are being spent and allocated where we can possibly shred the amount of funds that we're spending there. This situation reflects a pattern of financial mismanagement. Additionally, I still have not received my aldermanic reimbursement submitted and approved by this council in July of 2024. This delay only deepens concerns about transparency and fiscal responsibility. I also want to address a false rumor. It's that I do not oppose businesses paying property taxes. As a matter of fact, I support fair taxation. What I do not support is charging businesses $2,500 monthly, $12,000 semi-annually, or $20,000 annually without any clear explanation of where those funds are going. Since this legislation passed on January the 22nd of 2024, how many businesses are currently paying this fee, and how is that revenue being used? Even more concerning, according to the Harvey Municipal Code 05-102-160, it clearly states that businesses with outstanding property taxes cannot operate. So why are we allowing them to continue to operate by simply paying a fee? Has the city entered an intergovernmental agreement or receivership with Cook County to intercept delinquent taxes owed by Harvey businesses? It's more than a policy issue. It's a matter of transparency, trust, and governance, and the second word deserves clarity and fairness. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is the Fifth Ward.
Thank you. I also would like to just, first of all, give thanks to God for this opportunity to serve. I know that you get here through votes, but I believe that God is still the one that is leading and guiding me and where He wants me to be. I want to thank this administration and all of those that aid in serving our residents. I also would like to thank everyone who took time to be here tonight and continue to be a part of the process. Whether you agree or disagree, that's democracy, but we have to be a part of the process. I still pray for the day where we have standing room only in this room every time we meet. Spent a lot of time over the last 2 weeks just talking to residents. Back at the door, on the phone, and I can tell you this, the 5th, I guess, we're just blessed. There was almost zero complaints. Residents absolutely love our response time to the issues that they do have. They enjoy the fact that there was a point where, to use almost quote this individual, I was hopeless for Harvey. My goal was to move, but now I got a little hope. I know we're headed in the right direction. And that's not because of me, that's not because of Mayor Clark, that's because of us. And that's how communities grow. It's about working together, not pointing the finger at someone, but pointing the finger at the issue and working together to come up with a proper solution. I want everyone to enjoy their Easter Sunday. But always take time out to think about what it's really about. Like Alderman Rogers said, it's not about Easter eggs, but we want to serve our God. And he rose and made that sacrifice because he wanted to serve us. So let us rise on that day and every day after to serve and to sacrifice. This is not an easy job. I can tell you that. If you think it is, you're not doing it right. It does take sacrifice. I've missed some things. I've gone to birthday parties I didn't want to go to, funerals I didn't want to go to. But those are the things that you do in order to work as a community. Those residents wanted that level of support, needed that level of support, and you take time out to do that. So just thank you, and don't come to city council by yourself. Bring your neighbor, leave the person on your left and your right, and the one across the street.
Thank you. Next is the 4th Ward.
Thank you, Mayor. I see my mic is working pretty. I guess it's working pretty better today. I just want to thank everybody for coming out and everybody that's out there listening. I just want to take the time out to thank God that He's given me the strength to make it through another day. Being alderman in the city of Harvey is not an easy job. It's a caring job. It takes spirit, but as I always say, I like what I do. I love challenges. I love thriving. I love when somebody tells me something I can't do. It just gives me energy. You know, so with that being said, I want to commend the street department for the work that they've been out there doing. It's certain jobs, street department, fire department, police department, it's certain jobs, even an alderman or a mayor, certain jobs that you have that you're never going to get all the credit that you're supposed to, and that's part of the job. They should explain to you before you take the job. If you're looking to have this job and want everybody to praise you and not say nothing wrong about you, or saying you're not doing anything or not giving you credit when you feel you should have to, you don't need to be in this line of business because it's part of the job and it's gonna always, be that way. But I see the police department, I know we can't afford cars for every, 15 officers that we didn't hire recently, but I feel kind of better seeing guys doubling on them because I don't want to see one police officer in a car by himself anyway, and then have to call for backup. It's good to have somebody riding along, it's like having one of your buddies riding with you. I would like to say we have a cleanup day in the 4th Ward, 2nd Ward, April 21st, April 24th. I don't want, I guess I'll be putting out my flyers this week. I don't want to put them out too early because people be putting stuff out too early and it's not to the next week because maybe they don't know what in the ward, whatever the situation is. I'd like to end this by saying that when it comes to my ward expenses, I've been alderman for 7 years. We're allocated, even though we don't receive $25,000 a year. I've been alderman for 7 years. As I repeat again, that's a total of $175,000. Out of $175,000 out of 7 years, I may have received 15 or maybe 20. I don't know where my money's going. I'm still waiting on my ward expense check to help my ward. And once again, thank you.
Next is 6th Ward.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I'd like to say we recently had elected officials for several several districts out here, as far as the library board, the park district, and the school district. And I'd like to say congratulations to all those candidates for election that were victorious. I often say that the people of whatever municipality that you live in should be the ones that elect their elected officials. But that being said, I think that the residents need to do their homework so you know who you are electing. Don't get mad after you've elected somebody and they're not doing what you anticipated them to do. Do your homework, do some research. I often say that elections are won on front porches and doorbells. That's what wins elections. I'd like to give a condolences out to one of my colleagues in the 5th Ward, a long-term friend of mine, former employee of the Harvey School District 152, Miss Sandy Green. I found out yesterday that she was deceased. And as my colleague said, that it's not an easy job. I just make it look easy. I took the initiative to ensure that every resident of the 6th Ward was informed about our up-and-coming spring cleanup happening April 4th through 17th. I didn't want anyone to miss out on this simple due to a lack of information. So I made sure that flyers were hand-delivered to every household in the 6th Ward. That's just what I do. I'm that kind of alderman. Yeah, I know you wish you had me, but everybody can't have me. It's important to me that every voice is heard and every resident is included. And once again, and without sounding redundant, but I'm going to say this again, that this little bitty object here called a smartphone, you call mine, you'll never get a voicemail. I answer every single call. And everybody ain't calling to say, good morning, Rogers, how you doing? Some people call to beat me up, but that's okay, I'm good for it. I'm good. And with that being said, we had recently had a big rainstorm, and the street department came out, and they were in the middle of the street, the crossway, and they were lifting the storm drains, the caps off, to allow the water, excess water, to flood over into the storm drain to relieve some of the flooding. People have been calling all day, and once again, I like to see hands-on. I'm seeing a greater police presence since the new ones. Thank you.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, public comment. Public comment is encouraged and appreciated. This is the only opportunity for the public to address the City Council on agenda items and any other city-related business. In order to accomplish all business on the agenda and be respectful of everyone's time, council members will not engage in dialogue with individual members of the audience, and no immediate action will be taken on any public comment issue. Limit your comments to 3 minutes, please. No speaker may donate his or her time to another speaker. Comments shall be courteous and respectful at all times. No person may use public comment for the purpose of campaign or advertisement. This is not a question and answer time, and the council cannot engage in conversation with the public. Questions and concerns about operations should be addressed with city staff during regular business hours. And first we have for public comment is Ryan Sinwelski, followed by Mazur Urban.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ryan with the Harvey Historical Society. We had yet another fire, unfortunately, this past week. It was also not disclosed to the public. This time it was at 15322 Loomis. I was told that there will be no investigation of this fire and that this is yet another fire started by squatters. Obviously, this is very concerning because we tend to have a lot of fires in Harvey and we're not really getting answers about them. All information about the fires and crimes in Harvey should be posted publicly online and shared with the media in a timely manner. That is what residents pay taxes for, and it's the service that we expect. Last week, the mayor allowed a meeting to promote business and real estate in Harvey at City Hall. There were some great vendors with great ideas, but you know what would get people wanting to invest in Harvey the most? What if we end all the pay-to-play politics, the extortion of longtime businesses, and constant harassment of anyone who dares to have a different opinion than the mayor. If we don't address this corruption, and no creative business idea, unwanted park, or new rental building will save us. At his community meeting, the mayor says he's helping Harvey, even though he just pushed 15 families from their homes to build a park. He gave no info on our water debt to Chicago, blaming Chicago mayors. He refuses to answer demands for a new grocery store, says crime is down with no verifiable data, and claims community hubs will be finished, quote, when they get more money, even though the grant was supposed to pay for all 6 of them. So what happened to the rest of the money? He lies about not increasing our property taxes. He still blames Kellogg for broken streetlights. He says it's not his job to help the youth of Harvey. He tells people not to ask about city receipts. He blames the treasurer for lack of transparency, then claims, quote, we don't have any money. So if the city doesn't have any money, what money did you use to go to Las Vegas last year? What money do you use to pay your 24/7 security detail? What money do you use to lease those brand new shiny city cars that you and your staff drive around all the time? What happened to all the grant money Harvey got to fix hydrants, to build the police hubs, to fix streetlights? Where is all the money going from our water bills? It's an insult, Mr. Mayor, to tell us we should have to go to a private meeting with you to know where our tax dollars are going. I'm sorry, that should all be public and shared online. After years of denying the city even owned any properties at all, the mayor did finally list more than 400 city-owned properties online. But now the question is, if we don't pay the mayor some extra money, or do him some favor, or speak kindly of him, how do we know our bids would even be fairly considered? We still have so many unanswered questions.
Next, we have Berserk Urban, followed by Stephanie Riley.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Berserk Irvin, former trustee of the Harvey Public Library. I'd just like to let everybody know I did attend the march, Hands Off, in the city of Chicago on April the 5th from 12 until 2 p.m. There were over 10,000 people there. Great turnout, thousands of different signs addressing all the issues that the current administration who is over the United States of America has been dogging out their individuals on, and I mean all of us. But when I say individuals, I mean that everybody here has been touched by them already, and it's getting worse by the minute. I didn't see anybody from the city of Harvey there. We need everybody to participate when these marches are going on. It does make a difference. If you rewind a little bit back to the civil rights movement and the changes that came about in this country in the 50s and in the 60s, all those were accomplished because people stood up and they were counted. Nothing takes care of itself. There'll be other marches. I hope that you all will come out and participate, whether it's in Chicago or locally or wherever it's at. Find something that you can contribute to. The world is watching. It does make a difference. And I also like to say, this is to Mayor Clark. He's our mayor now. He used to be an alderman. And how you got to where you are is because of the contributions that were made by people that live in this city. And one in particular I'd like to remind you of is term limits. I'm not campaigning. This is history that I'm regenerating. I played a part in that, and there were other people that played a part in that. And that thing helped you to get to where you are today. So, in saying all that, you should try to remember that before you start making comments about people, about what you would do and what you wouldn't do. Because you didn't get there by yourself. Thank you.
Next, we have Stephanie Wright, followed by Ruby J. Young.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie Roddy. I'm a new homeowner here in Harvey, and this is the first time I attended a meeting. I have a question. what is being built on 158th and Western, and what is being built the north side on 158 going north on Campbell? Those trees have been cut down along that expressway. The trees have been cut along that street of Western. And the thing about it is that now the deers have nowhere to go. I don't know what we're supposed to do, but they're all in my yard, all along my fence, trying to get through my back gate now, and it's just horrible. Also, last week, I reported that my neighbors allowed their dogs to roam free. These are not small dogs, these are huge dogs, Rottweilers, German Shepherds. That the police station told me there was nothing they could do. I showed them a picture of this huge dog had been trapped in my car. They told me to go back, get the address, and come back and tell them what the address is. No. I don't pay tax dollars not to be able to go on my front yard because you all are allowing dogs to roam free in the neighborhood. I was told there was no animal control. So, I need to know what is going on in my neighborhood due to the cutting of the trees. I think you're building something, the north on 158 on north on Campbell, and right there at 158th and Western, you all just cut the trees down, and there's ComEd that put up new lights. And we in the neighborhood would like to know what's going on, and no one has communicated anything to us. It's just, and it's loud now because Amazon is right across the street. The trees did block the noise. We don't have that blockage of noise anymore. So all through the nights, we're hearing trucks going through Amazon, trucks coming up and down 159th Street. We need a wall put up since you cut the trees down, which helped us a little bit. But with the trees being gone, we have no protection anymore, no noise reduction. So I would like to know, who do I need to talk to? Who's going to give me some answers? That's it.
Thank you. Next we have Ruby Donahue.
Good evening, everyone. As usual, I have something to say in reference to the reports that are being made have been very, very sufficient, and that they have actually stimulated a lot of the residents in the city of Harvey. We're very pleased about the reorganization of our city council, the way that they're speaking in reference to each of the communities that they are responsible for. In totality, though, what I really wanted to say was in reference to part of the financial representation that we are receiving here in Harvey. We have an accounting aspect, and we also have, included in that, of course, would be our mayor. But I think a couple of meetings ago, the mayor did mention to us the process of getting all of the information regarding the accounting and the monies that are coming through here in the city of Harvey. I think the citizens of Harvey are very, very perturbed about the fact of the meaning of why we are not receiving some kind of a report, financial report, from our trustee. From our, actually our treasurer. But with this, it is necessary that we speak out, that someone else other than myself and the citizens here that are here tonight. We have a major problem, and this has been going on for quite some time, and it looks like it's been overlooked, and we have to now address it. I'm not going to go any further or elaborate any more about this situation at the time, because the person that we will actually be addressing it to, although not in a personal manner, that they will be listening and they are not present. I don't like to talk behind nobody's back, I speak out and I let you know what is going on. I'm a very factual person, and therefore you have to be aware of what you have to say it. Don't deny yourself, but most of all, don't deny us. For what you have in your mind, come forward with it. That's the purpose of the city council meetings. That's the purpose of your presence being acknowledged. So with that, I'm going to conclude and say, further on up the road, we will get some more information
Thank you.
about the church. Thank you.
Next on the agenda is departmental reports. We will start off with our city administrator, followed by the police department, and then following the agenda, one after the other.
Good evening. In the past months, our efforts have been focused on securing additional funding and revenue to address essential needs for the city. For the second consecutive year, I've submitted a capital bill request in the tune of $89 million dedicated to enhancing our city infrastructure. Within that request, I've earmarked approximately $12 million for immediate needs, prioritizing critical projects such as road resurfacing and property demolition. Okay. There's a disclaimer to that. Although I asked for $89 million, the state will not give us $89 million. No community has ever seen a funding request met at $89 million. But I asked for that amount so they know what our needs are, and they know how many needs that we have and why we need this amount of money. I did the supplemental request of $12 million so we can itemize out exactly what those requests are, and it can be a little more digestible for the legislators when they see that budget. I'm optimistic that we'll receive potentially the $3 million to $5 million to fund some projects throughout the community, which we'll have to keep asking the legislators to make sure they pass the bill in the state law so we can receive this funding. The street service initiative, the City of Harvey conducted a comprehensive pavement study of assets and conditions on the severity of the roads throughout the communities. The findings revealed that to restore the roads in Harvey needs an investment of about $8.3 million per year over the next 10 years. That total amount is about $83 million total to try to fix every road in the city. At a minimum, we must halt the deterioration, according to the report. To do that, you have to, our most critical damaged roads by implementing $1 million of overlay techniques. This interim solution will preserve road conditions while we wait for the funding to complete the replacements, particularly those that are waiting to collapse. So what the study addresses is the conditions throughout the community. The study says instead of fixing the worst roads there are, which takes millions on top of millions, you fix the medium best. There's good, there's bad, there's worse. You fix the bad streets to make sure they don't get worse, and then you fix the good streets because now they're deteriorating until you receive the funding to fix the worst streets, which take the most amount of money to fix because you have to replace the water infrastructure under the roads, and then you have to replace the roads. They usually take significantly more money to fix. The demolition strategy. Our approach to demolition is evolving. We're actively selling city-owned properties while we simultaneously seek funding for demolition projects that target properties not owned by the city. This dual strategy aims not only to enhance the aesthetics and function quality of our neighborhoods, but it also reduces the safety hazards associated with the dilapidated properties. I requested $2 million in funding for the acquisition and demolition of residential homes. Acquisition is to acquire or obtain the blighted properties, because we don't own, the city doesn't own a lot of the blighted properties. So you have to use some funding for acquisition, which includes attorney fees. And it also includes the attorney fees to go to court to get the property. From the current owner, I'm sorry, so the property can be demolished. If we're granted to $2 million, we can hopefully demolish approximately 50 residential homes. In addition to a capital bill request, I've been actively pursuing various funding opportunities, including more CDBG funding, as well as any other grants that I can find that we can apply for that actually goes towards infrastructure needs that we have. The challenges we face in securing funding for our city infrastructure are significant, but our ongoing efforts to explore various revenue streams and innovative strategies for addressing immediate needs. I'm optimistic about the path forward, and I'll keep the community informed about our progress. That ends my report.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask each other in person this time. You guys just follow the agenda, please.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. Mayor, City Council members, department heads, and residents. My name is Deputy Chief Derek Charles, and I'm here to present the activity report for the Harvey Police Department. The dedicated men and women of this department remain committed to ensuring a safe environment for all residents, community partners, and visitors within the city of Harvey. The Harvey Police Department is driven by a mission to provide professional and equitable police services to everyone who lives, works, and visits our city. Our patrol division serves as the front line for our operations, concentrating on timely response to calls for service, proactive patrolling throughout the city, and the initial stages of criminal investigations. The Traffic and Truck Enforcement Unit is a crucial part of this division, diligently focusing on the identification and citations issued for the Illinois Vehicle Code violations. This targeted enforcement strategy is implemented with the primary goal of reducing traffic accidents and minimizing the deterioration of our city's infrastructure. Additionally, our peer support team offers vital resources. Our peer support team offers vital resources and support for the mental well-being of our officers. Year to date, the Patrol Division has responded to 9,657 calls for service, leading to 106 arrests and the issuance of 2,896 traffic citations. The Investigations Division is responsible for conducting thorough investigations into criminal matters, meticulously gathering evidence, interviewing witnesses and suspects, and preparing comprehensive case files for judicial proceedings. Additionally, we have a detective assigned to the Hyde Task Force in collaboration with Cook County Sheriff's Police Department. The detectives within our investigation division work tirelessly on complex criminal investigations, striving to provide a sense of closure for victims of crimes and their families. In the previous year, 2024, the city of Harvey experienced 10 homicides, achieving a clearance rate of 50%. Year to date, 2025, we have a recorded total of 2 homicides, also with a current clearance rate of 50%. Finally, we extend our sincere gratitude to the residents who have actively engaged with the Harvey Police Department through our official Facebook page. Since the strategic implementation of a dedicated social media specialist, we have observed a significant increase in community engagement. This enhanced interaction has directly contributed to the identification, apprehension, and subsequent charging of wanted individuals. We strongly encourage all residents to visit and follow the Harvey Police Department's Facebook page for timely updates and information from your police department. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. The Harvey Fire Department responded to 120 calls for the month of March. 15 was related to fire calls, 27 for EMS calls, 18 was good intention calls, 16 hazardous condition calls, 39 false alarms, and 5 service calls. The fire department also received an initiative grant from ComEd Energy Efficient Program for $2,457 to replace the bay lights, the kitchen lights, and the bathroom lights at our Station 2. And on October the 18th at 10 o'clock a.m., our department will be at the Jesse Jackson building, the west and the east, teaching and educating our senior citizens about slipping and fall prevention. And Mayor, after 22 years, $580,000, Congress Robin Kelly secured for our fire department the numbers of emails, texts, meetings, phone calls, the trip to South Dakota, 2.5-hour drive from the airport to the manufacturer, a minor incident with the dealership, and a 1.5-year build out. The Harvey Fire Department finally took the delivery of my new fire engine, of a 2025 Spartan engine with a Cummins engine with 1,000 gallons of water and a 1,500 gallons per minute pump, and with the latest technology for safety and LED lights. On May the 15th at 9 a.m., we'll have our ceremony to put this new engine in service at our Station 1, and everybody's welcome to come out. Come out and see your new engine. And that ends my report.
Good evening, everyone. For the last couple of weeks, the last couple of months I've been speaking. And to run a successful division, it's essential to have a dedicated team of employees and strong leadership. A lot of my employees they get the recognition from me, but they don't, they're not here to get those recognitions. But there's a group of my assistant superintendent to supervisors and general foremen that are out here getting dirty, who are coming up with better ideas than we've had in the past. And I just want to let you guys know that the staff that I have at Public Works and the Water Department, I wouldn't trade them in for anything. They're creative, they're smart, they're not afraid to speak their mind. So I just wanted to throw that out today. But the goals that we've been set in place, as discussed in our previous meetings, one of our key goals is to ensure that all the city employees receive the proper training and develop skills needed to succeed in their current roles and their future positions. Over the past 2 weeks, we've made notable progress towards this goal. We successfully conducted bush hog training for several of our new employees, as well as retraining on some of our seasoned employees. So in addition to that, a few of our team members attended a flagger training class hosted by the Illinois Department of Transportation at the Technology Transfer Center. In this class, they learned about traffic control devices, flagger roles in work zone safety, Illinois laws and responsibilities, and of course the flagger procedures. Upon completion of the course, they received 3.0 professional development hour credits. We also had a representative from Standard Equipment come to our station to provide hands-on training for our employees to use of the Jetta truck. So we have about 4 employees that are trained in that. With additional training courses scheduled in the near future, we are confident that we are moving in the right direction and making steady progress towards our goals. Because we're in that season, increase in illegal dumping has started already. Our officers have been actively installing cameras at sites where dumping has particularly severe, and in the near future they will be putting up signs that outline legal responsibilities and fines that will enforce if caught. I'd like to talk a little bit about my pumping station. The team over at the pump station has been working diligently every day to serve the city and respond to needs in a timely and efficient manner. Their hard work and dedication have been instrumental in maintaining essential service for our residents. Over the last month, the team has completed the following: 2,740 meter readings, 50 meter exchanges, 150 water turn-ons and shut-offs, 38 main breaks that we fixed in-house, 2 service leak replacements, 17 service leaks, 7 vault repairs, and 7 hydrant leak repairs as well. These numbers highlight just how much effort goes into keeping our water infrastructure running smoothly. Lastly, but this is very important to us, the LED light project and resident participation. Lastly, we are in the process of gathering all the necessary information and preparing flyers for our LED line project in the city. We are committed to ensuring compliance with the 2024 U.S. government mandate for replacing the LED lines. We are in the beginning to see progress in this effort. It's reassuring to know that we're moving in the right direction with this. We're looking forward to increasing residents' participation as their involvement is crucial for the success of this project. The more engaged our residents are, the smoother the process will be. Our continued goal is to address all issues promptly and fulfill our responsibilities in a timely and efficient manner. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Cesar Suarez. I'm the Economic Development Director, and I serve and responsible for business development, planning and zoning, and property sales. And in that note, I wanted to share a few things. On the business development side, typically I would estimate at least the goal to have 12 new business licenses. And just in this, since the last time I came here and made the report, we received 7. Now that sounds as uncharacteristically high, and that's because many of these are existing businesses that fail to renew in time, and when that happens, they have to start anew and submit a new business license. So it's been very active, and it's very good to see and work with these incoming businesses as well. On the planning and zoning side, we do have a special use permit requested by Rob's Truck and Trailer Repair Shop at 210 East 150th Street, and so we plan to have a planning and zoning committee meeting on May 28th. With regard to property sales, we've sold 2 properties, and what we want to see every month is up the ante and the numbers on this. So let me share with you the 2 that we have. The first one's a really big, very considerable, and very consequential project, 16950 Halsted. Most of you may remember it as Tires R Us in the past, right there by I-80 in Halsted. We're excited to have that. It was formerly a tire shop. It will now be a cannabis dispensary known as New Era, and we're looking forward to seeing large retail sales coming from that business. So we're excited about that. It'd be very good for the city. So that was one of the sales that we had this month, since last we met. The other sales we had was a residential property, 142 West 156th Street, and the developer received a construction loan, has replaced the entire exterior roof, new windows, new siding, new doors, and now we're moving on the interior and going to do a full rehab on the interior. And so we're excited about seeing that and moving that forward, and hopefully see continuously seeing more and more residential development occurring with developers. And I do want to say that, as I mentioned before, is we want to increase those numbers, but I ask for people's patience. We're still building the system as we go, and ultimately we want to have this on a 24/7 online system is the goal. Right now we just have applications online. They can apply and submit emails. It's kind of slow, but it'll certainly get more, as we say, scale it up so we can do more and more of this. And that is ultimately the goal, to maybe to move this quickly, faster, and see more projects going forward. As far as the workshops, there was one on homeowners workshop on March 29th. And basically those are really to teach and really prepare people to be homeowners. And it's really exciting when you have the developer there and loan officers that are really guiding and answering questions about how to become a homeowner. And again, that's really important, exciting. It's really a lot of people's dreams to become homeowners, especially if you're renting. So this is very exciting, and we hope to do more workshops, homeowner workshops, as we move forward. And then we also had a real estate development workshop from business to blueprints, and that was this past Thursday. You see, we had about 40 people in the room, and the concept was, how can people become developers? And so sometimes you need someone who can do maybe 1 project a year, but can we encourage them to do 2, 3, and 4? And the whole idea is to really get them to be developers, so that when we increase the supply of housing, increase the demand of housing, you're going to see housing revitalization throughout the city of Harvey. Thank you.
Like James Brown. Lighten up.
Well, I'm following our protocol. I thought I was up after someone else. But good evening, Honorable Mayor Clark, and to our City Council, to our department heads, to wonderful residents of Harvey. My name is Lonnie Harris. I'm the Director of the Building Department. I am pleased to present our activity report. The City of Harvey is currently in our business license season, and we have, for the first time, made it available to do your license renewal completely online. A total of 8 business licenses have been finalized, and we are excited to welcome 3 new businesses to the City of Harvey. El Taco, located at 75 West 159th Street. The Lopez Tires, located at 15303 Halsted Street. And Fonseca Nutrition, located at 15834 Halsted Street. Here are our numbers for this year's permit activity. Commercial permits, we've issued 10, we've denied 5, and we have 4 pending. However, our resident permits, we've issued 95, denied 7, and we have 8 pending. The building department continues to prioritize timely and thorough processing of permits application while issuing compliance with city regulations and city standards and safety standards. We are also committed to supporting new and existing businesses through a streamlined licensing process and responsive service. As a part of our ongoing efforts to improve service delivery and community engagement, the building department has launched its first community service survey this month, which we spoke of last month. The survey will be easily accessible to our residents through a QR code. The survey will be easily accessible with a QR code which will be displayed at various public locations and within city facilities. We strongly encourage business owners, residents to participate and share their feedback. This will help us ensure that we are providing the highest quality service and responding to the needs of our community. Thank you. This concludes my report.
Good evening. My name is Alexia Hall. I'm Director of Communications. I am pleased to provide a quick update on the progress we made so far as part of our ongoing efforts to improve communication, increase transparency, and connect more directly with our residents. We hosted a community solutions meeting in March. It was the first one in 5 years. And I want to thank everyone who joined us. We had approximately 50 attendees, and most found it to be a productive evening. The mayor walked us through the City of Harvey Comprehensive Plan, and we had an open Q&A session. Our next Community Solutions is scheduled for June, and we hope to see even more of you out there. We've also launched our first resident survey, which focuses on how you receive city information and your thoughts on our monthly newsletter. So far, we've had about 30 residents respond, and we're grateful for the feedback, but we would love to hear from more of you. You can take the survey in 2 ways. You can visit our website, or if you have a hard copy of the newsletter, you can scan the QR code within the article. Your feedback helps us shape the way we share news updates, so please take a moment to let us know how we're doing. But if you haven't already, I encourage you to sign up for our newsletter through the city website. Subscribing online means you get the latest news faster and straight to your inbox. We are also excited to announce that the Harvey Pulse is available as a video newsletter. You can find the latest editions on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, and it's another way that we're making city updates more accessible and engaging. And for day-to-day updates, announcements, and event information, be sure to follow us on Facebook. We post there regularly, and it's a great way to stay in the know. We've made a very strong start to the year, and we're excited about what's ahead. Thank you for staying engaged, for sharing your voice, and for helping us build a stronger, more connected Harvey. And that concludes my report. Good evening, everyone. My name is Maria. I am the manager of the water department. My report outlines key metrics and operational updates for the water department for the month of March, focusing on billing activity, customer service, smart meter upgrades, and overall performance. Starting with billing and account activity, there were 5,862 accounts billed, and of those, 1,600 were enrolled in e-billing, 4,200 received paper bills. Of those, 1,126 accounts are past due, which is of April 1st, equates to $6,989,598.40. $5 million of that is from the Village of Dixmoor that is past due. In the area of customer service, we have closed 166 accounts, investigated 36 high bill complaints, and completed 106 service requests, which were inclusive of emergency shutoffs, customer requested shutoffs, and service turn-ons. All 308 service requests have been completed. Additionally, smart meters remain a priority, and during March 12th, we have installed roughly, to date, 2,300. Challenges and next steps include addressing high volume of past due balances, focus on increasing e-bill adoption to cut mailing costs and improve efficiency, preparing for the next phase of smart meter installations through competitive bidding and grant compliance, improving response times and proactive communication with residents on service and billing issues. In conclusion, not only did the water department demonstrate strong performance and responsiveness, but e-billing enrollment is now at 1,600 active participants. Moving forward, we will continue to focus on customer service, infrastructure upgrades, and reducing delinquencies to better serve the community. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm the Director of Human Resources. On a quarterly basis, we're implementing management training and looking at statistics. 81% of women and 43% of males have experienced harassment in the workplace. We're happy to report that we've completed our annual sexual harassment training, and we are in compliance. Regarding our staff employment enrollment, within our entire municipality, we are 85% of our positions filled. Within the next 3 to 6 months, our goal is to be at 98%. Within the police department, we're dedicated in helping them reach their roster to be at 100% staffed. We are currently at 75%. Within the fire department, we are at 90%. Within the next 3 to 6 months, we'll be at 100%. 10% of them will be currently going to the academy. The Human Resource Department works very hard to reach our goals. The current goal we're currently implementing is employment engagement. We are currently keeping our employees informed about the municipality's direction and how they work to contribute to our overall mission. We want to acknowledge and celebrate achievements. We want to publicly recognize and reward employees for their accomplishments, both big and small. We want to promote a culture of respect and inclusion to ensure that all employees feel valued and respected, regardless of their background or identity. Lastly, the Human Resource Department continues to keep an open door communication with our staff and leadership. This concept enables us to promote a positive relationship within our municipality. And this concludes my report.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, to the legislators and to my co-workers and the residents of this great city of Harvey, Illinois. In the last month of March, I shared with you some of my goals for the year. Today, I would like to give you an update on my progress. I held a meeting with my advisory board talking about our outreach initiatives for the year. This board is very important to me as a director of senior services. They deal with information dealing with seniors. Out of those meetings, we came up with 4 initiative programs, such as the Cook County Clerk's Monica Gordon's Property After Death Forum, which will start in May of the 21st. Cook County Sheriff Police Department 911 program. University of Chicago Medical Outpatient Behavior Health Team will be presenting some programs for us. And CERTOMA, Star Service Community Outreach Training Program for empowering seniors to do better with their lives. I'm proud to say that our Senior Service Department answers all calls respectfully in a timely manner. And we refer everything to the different departments here to make sure that you are served. That is my report.
Good evening, Mayor, Harvey administration, staff, and residents. My name is Charles Warren, City Director. My vision is to make payment process affordable and convenient for all departments to communicate with online invoicing and easily use payment links to support the Department of Revenue. It is in collection processes and procedures. To make sure that the city keeps our resources and day-to-day efforts moving forward, not to just be heard, but to be seen throughout a wonderful city. I have now assisted Public Works in collecting 6 more lawn care paid invoices, totaling $2,934. Also recouped a 2024 jet pump invoice, totaling over $1,400. I would like to continue timely connections with the water department, the building department, and maintain a positive cash flow, continuing to lower the deficit. My accomplishments in 60 days. I have collected 92% of collections in excise, hotel, motel tax, and I have generated push tax from 90 days out to 45 minimum days. Maximum calls, emails, letters, face-to-face sit-downs to collect city funds with dignity and avoid late payments. In 60 days, I've taken over city liens, transfer stamps, settlement agreements, and helped assist pass through water bill, building department invoices by monitoring all accounts moved to collections. I would also like to be one of the positive influences in Harvey and keep Harvey great again. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all of the department heads for their report. Just so that the audience and those members who may watch this at some other time understand we do this because we want to make sure that people understand that there is some work going on in the city of Harvey. It seems sometimes that, it seems common that when you don't see people working, sometimes you think they're not working. So we want to make sure that that our residents know exactly what's going on and that the work of these dedicated members and department heads are paying off. That all of our employees are doing something seriously substantial. So that being the case, we want to thank them. As far as some issues that were brought up, train issues, you are having issues with your train. And there are issues with the train. We have been trying to have some private discussions to try to help with that situation. But I will tell you honestly, if you're having that issue with the train, first thing we did was we put up a sign for residents to text or email letting the federal government know that the trains are being stopped. The trains are not a local issue. They're not they're not under Harvey's jurisdiction. The trains are under the jurisdiction of the federal government. So the real suggestion of that, well, the city of Harvey will try to do everything that it possibly can, and my office will work to do as much as it possibly can. The people who are ultimately responsible are your congressperson and your state senator, your federal U.S. senators. Let me repeat that, your congressperson and your federal U.S. senator. So you can try to contact those offices. If you don't know who they are, you can look them up online. Your congressperson is Robin Kelly. Your U.S. senators are Tammy Duckworth and Dick Durbin. And it might be a good idea to contact Dick Durbin, as I think he's like, I don't know if he's second or third highest ranked or something like that, and he's a high-ranking member in Congress. So when he speaks, people listen. So that may be one of the things that we can try to do as well. But I just want you to keep in mind that once again, while we try to do what we can as far as the trains are concerned, the trains are under federal jurisdiction. We also have some.
I have a phone number for the trains if you want to call them.
If you want to call what?
The train station, when they stop on the track, yeah, one of the residents did some research and got the number for the actual train locomotive station. She sent me the number.
Okay, we haven't verified that number, so let us verify that first before we put that out to the public, because we don't want to put out this information. However, once again, you can contact and you can find your congressperson and your senators for sure. So that's how, that's regarding trains. As far as audits are concerned, to get the record straight, the Illinois Comptroller tried to force an audit on the city of Harvey, but the Illinois Comptroller also tried to force an audit on Tinley Park and Orland Park and any other, just about every other municipality in the Southland, because one, it's difficult because we have this much as far as municipalities and we have these many auditors. So it's more than likely that municipalities are going to have difficulties getting audits done because they don't have the auditors. When the state comptroller's office sent us the notice of a forced audit, the first thing we asked was for the comptroller's office to provide us with an auditor. And the comptroller's office did not. Why? Because once again, that much in municipalities and those many auditors. So we were able to engage the services of Casperate and Sons, and so we are using them to get all of our audits taken care of, and we should be, I think, finishing up one soon, right? Yeah, and then we'll be moving on to the next one right away. So we'll be having an audit meeting too. So for those who are interested in, you say, where's the money going? We'll have the audit meeting so you can sit and find out exactly what's what. Also, that audit will be posted online as well. As far as businesses are concerned who are not paying their taxes, I came before the council one time and before our residents, and I talked about the 465 commercial parcels that had not paid their taxes to the tune of $12,217,517, and that was for 1 year, the year of 2021. We have an ordinance on the books that says that if a business does not pay their taxes, then they cannot have a business license. And so that was my direction, and that's the direction that I wanted to go. However, I had some alderpersons who asked the question, and I also had some residents who asked the question of, if we shut down all of those businesses that haven't paid their taxes, how many businesses will we have left? So we provided those businesses an opportunity and an option. And I want to repeat that, an opportunity and an option. An option means that you can take it or you don't have to take it. So if the businesses chose to take that option, they chose to pay a certain amount in lieu of paying their taxes until they can get their tax issue straightened out. So that's hopefully what they are working on. But some of them don't pay their taxes because we have residents and members who basically support the businesses not paying their taxes. So we'll see, but that's going to be something that we'll have to work with and we'll have to continue to work on. But the bottom line is if a business is not paying its taxes, its property taxes, then every citizen of this city should be incensed by that. I'm glad, Chief Fisher, that you talked about the number of fires that we had because there was a comment on that. So we do not go out to the residents every time there is a fire. We don't go out to the residents every time a cat is stuck in a tree. We do not go out to the residents every time there's something that happens in the city, every single time. If there are major issues, they are usually reported by the local journalists or the regional journalists as well. And they send us questions and we do press releases. Whether they choose to decide to publish some of those things is totally up to them. Fortunately, and I specifically want to address the issue from the lady who lives on Campbell. First, we are not allowing dogs to run, but I can understand how you feel and how it looks. So I want to, first of all, let you know that we will be having a discussion if you would like. And we can talk about that a little bit more. There may be some things going on in the city. It sounds like part of what you're talking about may be Markham, but I'm not 100% sure, depending on where it is. I know that we have not put out any permits or anything to allow the type of activities that you're talking about. So we will investigate that more to find out more, but we're going to make sure we're staying in touch with you because we want you to be informed as well. That was the good stuff, fun stuff. I like the fun stuff. Well, no, before we get there, you know what? Don't make allegations you can't back up, and don't elude what you're talking about. Say it with your chest. If you think that there's something that's been specifically done in this city that I have done, then you have to say, well, is the mayor doing so-and-so? Could he? You know what I'm saying? Or is that happening? Is it? No, you don't have to say that. Say it with your chest. Put it out there. Tell us specifically what it is that was done. Dates and times that I broke the law. Dates and times that we did something criminal. I told you over and over again, we got a new state's attorney and she seems to be like on fire. Okay, so you can call the state's attorney, you can call the attorney general for the state of Illinois, you can call the Department of Justice, but the bottom line is you don't have to come in here making those weak allegations. You know, you can speak it, say it with your chest. It's all right. You know, so you can go ahead and say that, and when you speak your piece, I can speak mine too. But just coming in here just trying to allude like there's something wrong, it's not only an insult to me, it's an insult to the people who support this city. Because a lot of people see what's going on in this city. You say, where's the money going? Well, you must be blind, mellow, or something, and they've been able to see exactly what's happening. Because there's some really good things going on in this city, and if you open your eyes and you want to see, you can see. If you don't want to see, then you won't see. And that, my friend, is all right with me. Now, Fun Shirt Fridays, which I missed this past Friday. Some of the residents may come to City Hall on Fridays, and you'll see, you like that note? And you will see the vast majority, if not all of our employees, probably not police department and fire department, but others wearing t-shirts, and you may say, what's up with that? Somebody always has something, but small professional. That is our Fun Shirt Fridays. And it gives our employees an opportunity to relax, to let down their hair, to boost morale, and to feel good. And we hope that you feel good too. So if you come on a Friday, if you can remember, we would love for you to participate in Fun Shirt Fridays too. Put on the fun shirt, it's a t-shirt, nothing vulgar, but reasonable, and celebrate with us. We would love to see you. Another thing that happened this past week, I was on WYCA 102.3 with Riley Rogers' program, and we got a chance to talk about the city of Harvey and all the wonderful things that we're doing here. It's amazing because while some cannot see it, like I said, their eyes are closed, we had various callers to call in to talk about the wonderful job that we're doing here in this city. So as a mayor, I was really proud, but I was more so proud of our team, because those things happen because of the team and because of what they do. There's this expectation that there has to be perfection in all things. You won't get that. If you want that, go somewhere else. If you want that, go somewhere else. But we are going to do the best that we possibly can with all that we have to do as much as we possibly can for this city. And according to those calls that we got, some people, even people who don't live in the city of Harvey, think that the city is coming along very well. So I'm proud of them, and I'm proud of that. If I'm correct, I think we still have Smart 911. And so what we need to do is, we need to start putting Smart 911 out there. Because as we talk about our seniors, Joe, we need to make sure that our seniors are signed up for Smart 911. Now, Smart 911 allows both police and fire to be able to reach you and have certain information about you before they get there. So let's just say something has happened to you, and and you need 911 to come. And say, for instance, between that time that you may have called them and you may have, and they've gotten there, you passed out, for instance. You're now unconscious. Smart 911 allows the first responders to have information about you, to know things about you in advance before they start to treat you, so that they won't do certain things to you if you have certain ailments that will complicate whatever went wrong with you on that particular day. If you have special medications or things like that you need to take, or maybe you haven't taken, they will know those things if you sign up. You have to sign up. You have to sign up in order for us to know this. It is something that other communities use, because the first thing happens is, well, he's just trying to get our information because he want to find out what kind of medication we on. I can give a good goddamn what medication you on, okay? That's not my issue. My issue is trying to save your life. And so at the end of the day, sign up, because other communities do it. We've had it since 2019. But we don't have people signing up for it. Now, I'm going to give my fire chief a directive, and we're going to follow up on that as far as making sure that we're getting out there trying to sign up as many of our seniors, especially our seniors, but others as well. Those who have other issues, sign them up for Smart 911, or at least make sure they know about those options. when we're having those luncheons, senior advisory committee, the what do you call it, line dancing. We're going out to the different facilities, just east and west, to Roby Building, over here to the former YMCA building. We need to make sure that they understand that there's an option that is free, that is available to everyone in this city, not just our seniors, but everyone. And it is something that can help to save lives. The problem with it is that you don't know that you need it until you need it. But when you need it, you really, really need it. And that's when you're going to want it. So we want to make sure that they start doing it. And on all the persons, as you have your board meetings and things like that, we can make sure that we give you more information as far as Smart 911 is concerned as well. But it's something that we had since 2019. Sorry about the good goddamn, but you know, hey, look, what can I say? Because I know she's going to have a fit over there. Those we lost. Look, one part of me being the mayor is that I have to deal with some things, and it's not, like Bob said, it's not always pleasant. You know, we have some people, we've lost some residents, but we also have some hurt families. I don't know who all of those people are, and I don't get all of the information. But for those who have lost a loved one, please know that the condolences go out on behalf of the city of Harvey. That we feel you, even in this time of bereavement, because losing a loved one is extremely important. It is definitely life-changing for those who continue on, but we want to put it out there to say that we recognize that, and we also recognize and feel to the best that we possibly can what you feel in this time. To those who are, this is going to be an old Baptist name, sick and shut in. To the sick and shut in, you know, just understand that you are constantly in our prayers. I pray every morning for the city. I pray specifically for those who are not able to make it every single day, that's having some type of challenge. I get text messages from residents telling me about some of the things that they're going through, and every now and then I get the opportunity to go visit with them. But we love you. And if you are going through some challenges at this time, you know, stay prayed up. You know what I'm saying? Stay strong in your faith. You know, and know that there is a God that hears all things. Last but not least, at the Easter to all, as our Alderman prayed, it's not about bunnies and eggs and you know that when the Cadbury bunny always come every season. It's not about that. I don't know what everyone's beliefs are, but if you don't know mine, you should. But at the end of the day, this Easter is coming up. We will celebrate with all of those who are celebrating, and we are grateful. I am grateful that I had someone who died for me, so that not only would he live again, but so that I also may live. So for that, I'm also grateful. Amen. Other than that, if there is nothing else for the good of the order, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
All right.
There's a motion by the second, and the second by the fifth. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, hearing none. It is 8:29. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great week, a great Easter weekend. We will hear from you soon.